your ears and listen every Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. at 88.5 Kings FM. Face the issue. Truth on the air. Calling on me. From Morovia Street, village is far. We're speaking the truth, no matter who you are. Face the issue. Stand up, people. The future is now. No stories of old. We teach a light on things that men made by making voices be heard. Every question counts, every single word. Evening light breaking, people tuning in. Different voices calling, let the talk begin. From corruption talk to the people them cry. Asking real questions like why? Community voices, youth them rising strong. Mama them calling, saying things been wrong. We need solution, not every talk. Time to fix the system, time to take a walk. No fear, no favor, we're speaking it clear. The truth might be bitter, but the people must hear. From county to county, the message goes spread. Better Liberia, that's the road ahead. Face the issue, no hiding again. Truth on the airwaves, calling out friends. From Liberia to the villages far, we're speaking the truth, no matter who you are. Face the issue, stand up, people. The future is now, not stories of old. We teach our light on the radio, making voices be heard. Every question counts, every single word. Politicians talk, but the people want proof. No more empty promise, we demand the truth. Every patient on give jobs for the youth. Let the leaders answer, let them show the truth. From the 15 counties, every citizen matter, no one escapes. If now we country, we all gotta say, face the issues now, don't delay. Talk your mind, stand your ground. Let the truth come out loud, make it shake the town. Face the issue, no more silence. We bury our rising, making it proud.
Colin, speak up, your voice matters. This is more than a show. It's a movement.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, it's the end of the story.
Well, the government, all the ministers that in the government, they can lie. They don't put also everything they say, they don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answers. Face the issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson Wayne, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today, and we dropped out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Park, they get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team that they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You never want to say so.
And face the issue. We speak out the facts in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's face the issue comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the assembly hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Town to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Sastown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. What is about to do? We must build a strong win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
I address you today regarding the situation along our border with the Republic of Guinea. As President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, it is my duty to keep the Liberian people informed and to assure you that the peace and security of our nation remain my top priorities. In recent days, concerns have emerged as a result of development along parts of our shared border in the Salamba area, Foya District, Lufa County. These developments have understandably attracted not only our attention of our citizens living in the border countries, but also being sensitive to the opinion of the public. I want to assure the Liberian people that our government has been fully engaged and is responsibly managing the situation with calm and determination. From the very outset, the government of Liberia took immediate steps to de-escalate the situation by addressing it through peaceful diplomatic means. We have engaged directly with the government of Guinea to establish diplomatic channels. In addition, we have worked closely with our sister Republic of Sierra Leone within the framework of the Mana River Union to ensure that dialogue and cooperation guide our actions. Following these engagements, the leaders of Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone have reaffirmed our collective commitment to peace and stability along our shared borders. Through this understanding, all parties have agreed to work toward restoring the status quo and ensuring that our border communities continue to live in peace and uphold mutual respect and trust. I am encouraged that the government of Guinea has issued instruction for its forces to return to their previous positions along the border. This is an important step toward de-escalation and demonstrate a shared recognition that peace and stability must always guide our action. At the same time, our security institutions, including the Armed Forces of Liberia, the Liberian National Police, and other joint security agencies, remain vigilant and professional in carrying out their duties. They are working closely with the local authorities and communities to maintain calm while diplomatic efforts continue. I also wish to express my appreciation to the regional and international partners who have reached out in recent days to encourage restraint and peaceful engagement. Friends of Liberia across Africa and around the world, including leaders within the economic community of West African states, the AU, and other international partners have conveyed their support for a peaceful resolution of the situation. Their messages of encouragement and solidarity reaffirm Liberia's standing in the community of nations and strengthen our collective resolve to pursue diplomacy and dialogue. Let me be clear to every Liberian. Our pursuit of peaceful resolution is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of strength. It is easy to fight break down and destroy. As our own journey has taught us, it is more difficult to recover and build. That is why the government is exploring every available avenue to resolve this matter peacefully. We will continue to rely on diplomacy and the mechanisms of regional cooperation to ensure that this issue is addressed responsibly and without conflict. Liberia has always been the nation that stands firmly for peace. Our history, we have maintained cordial relations with our neighbors and have consistently chosen cooperation over confrontation. People of our three borders countries share deep cultural, family, and economic ties that must always be preserved. Liberia has not only maintained peace within its own borders, but has also played a significant role in helping to bring peace to other nations. From our contribution to the regional peace initiative to our active participation in international peacekeeping mission, Liberia has demonstrated that our country believes strongly in peaceful resolution to disputes. Today, as we manage the situation,
Okay, so let me say us up to all of you wherever you are. We are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here beaming with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. My name is Superintendent Godsend. We are right here with you tonight on this Monday, the 6th day in the month of July 2026. And so with God, remember, all things are possible. All things are possible. We are into the 900s of the Joseph Yuma Boaka's Unity Party's reign of power. We are in the 900th. And if you check, maybe it's 910 days to 2029. If you were to check it, it's in the neighborhood of 910 days or 911 days to 2029. Remember where we came from, and we are here already. So we are certainly getting there. With God, remember, all things are possible. So we are here together to do what we can as a people, and for the sake of our country. We'll always work together for the good of Mama Liberia. I expected to talk with the folks concerning the CDC's convention. Concerning the CDC's convention, I hope to have this link over to them so that we can speak with them on the pending convention of the CDC in the United States of America. So we are hoping for that. And as soon as we have it, we'll be able to join in where they will be able to give us updates on what's unfolding, especially in preparation for the much talk about convention that His Excellency Ambassador George Manuel Weah, 25th President of the Republic of Liberia, is expected to attend before returning home to Liberia. All right. So we hope we can have updates on that, and we can certainly share that with you as well as we move on as a people. So we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that we are doing. We are grateful to the Almighty God for everything, and we will certainly get there. And with God, remember, all things are possible. And so we'll certainly get there. So we are getting there. What I know for sure is we are getting there. Whether you like it or not, we are getting there. We'll get there. So this is it, and welcome to the show here. We had a terrible network issues on Thursday night, and we're trying to adjust to this internet issue. We stay struggling with it, and we are trying to adjust as soon as possible. So let me just try to give you a gist of this promo of the CDC's convention that is expected in the United States of America. So let me just try to share with you this aspect of their promo from the CDC's convention committee.
the CDC USA Convention Committee. Yeah. So it is going to be very much tough, hectic, and of course it's going to be elaborate. And it's all about the future of Mama Liberia being translated or being strategized through a political movement in the CDC. So they're about to do that, and that could be sometimes in this month. All right. So I think we have just days to that. Yeah, I think I understood that we have just days to that. So let me just play this brief one concerning their convention, and I so that you can know what's up. What's up? So let me just play this shortly, and then while we are trying to brace ourselves for what it takes for us to get Mama Liberia up and running. Let's play this and see how we come up with this. So let's listen to
They tore us down with hate and shame. They play their games, but we remain. They thought they won, but they don't know. You can't break what's in our soul. We're not in the walls of halls. We live in the hearts of our people all. So break the bricks, we're standing tall. CDC will rise through it all. Let's go break our grounds. Let's go make them shame. In unity there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty CDC. All in. CDC. All in. CDC. 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 You done your worst, the world can see. But truth and time will set us free. Laugh if you want, but wait and see. The mighty CDC stands with me. Let's go break our grounds. Let's go make them shame. Unity there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty
So it will be
CDC.
starting from the 29th to the 2nd August in the United States of America. So the countdown is what you're announcing right there. So you have to do all you can on that. Convention, national convention. It's being after you do work for you. That's what it is. So we are expecting to get in there. Remember, the convention is going to be on the 22nd today, and that's what it is right there on the board. From that there, you can go into the channel of follow activities of our
Let's go break our grounds. Let's go make them shame. Unity there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty CDC.
dialogue for national elections, our future, and of course, we're going to have unity and solidarity, instead of a diaspora engagement, it's going to be building partnerships for Liberia's development and freedom war. We're going to connect everything, honoring leadership, celebrating impact. That's what it's going to be about. And these are things are going to be, the honest thing going to come about leadership there. For more information from the numbers are up and running. You get the numbers and then you move on with them. So that is it right here on this very diet. We are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here beaming with life and out of good health. Welcome to the program right here on this diet. We are very much grateful to the Almighty God that we have another night, at least to sit before you, share with you what the future of our country holds. What the future of our country holds. We are right here to share that with you. We are very grateful to the Almighty God for everything. Yeah, we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything, and God will take us through every step of the way. Every step of the way. And I'm very sure God is going to take us through. Whether you like it or not, God will take us through. How you doing? How's everything with you people? We are right here tonight again, waiting to share with you what your country is about, and which is very much essential for all of us. We are very grateful to the Almighty God. But there are a couple of things that are happening that we'd like to just share with you as we move on tonight. We understand at the Phoebe Hospital, I don't know why this Phoebe Hospital has always been in the limelight, and especially in terms of disenchantment. And the Phoebe Hospital is one of the hospitals that politically it was into the limelight for the wrong reasons during the campaign period, when staffers of both the Phoebe and that of the Central Hospital, the government hospital, is this CH Rennie Hospital in Bangabong County, when they decided to engage into political campaigns. Yes, they decided to do that. And we are saying that these things are happening. And we had always said the medical practitioners should not get themselves involved into politics. When you get yourself involved into politics, the politicians will not be afraid of you. If you remain as a professional and then you've bored of that, because now what they are looking at is that other politicians are pumping. Other politicians are pumping these workers from the Phoebe Hospital. Now, there's a protest on ground at the Phoebe Hospital, which of course the hospital is neglected. I'm just about to show you a video image and of that. The hospital is neglected by aggrieved workers of the CB Doma Hospitals. Thank you so much. I guess my student, Michael. Thank you. So let me just share with you this screen. Yeah. So this is it. The hospital, thanks to the independent probe for this video that I'm about to play. So it's a probe newspaper. So look at what you're about to see. The Phoebe Hospital is neglected by staffers. For what reason? I'll be speaking with Patrick Topa of Bond County, a Liberian journalist there in Bond County, to give us updates on why this keeps happening. The last time we saw image of people taken there to show terrible image of rotting beds and of course so forth. But here we are again, seeing people protesting there. What's causing all of this? Let's
Photo that will capture the police. Photo that will capture the police.
Okay, great that you are doing well. But again, I'm playing a video right here, and of course from the Probe newspaper and page, it's talking about Phoebe Hospital compound turned into ghost camp as aggrieved workers abandoned patients at the hospital in Bangabon County. Well, the question now is, were there patients who had gone to the hospital to be attended to, because the video image doesn't speak to any patients being there? What is happening at PB?
You are quite correct. Currently, that is the situation of PB compound in Bong County. For the few months ago, the worker unions of PB Hospital, they have been raising the issue of deplorable health conditions, especially working conditions at the area regarding salary disparity, and also the leadership of the PB Hospital, that is the medical director, the IT human resource, Jeniton Piwu, and Peter Belao, including the medical directors of the hospital, Dr. Mimi Songawa Reis. So the hard worker union of the PB Hospital, headed by one Moses DM Davis, they have raised the issues that they don't have confidence in working with the leadership of the hospital. But based on that, they have been able to arrange, especially reading communications to the PB Hospital administrations, including the board of directors, which is chaired by Mr. Tola Bapla, including the three institutions that established the entity headed by the government. That is the Episcopal Church of Liberia, the Methodist Church, and that of the Lutheran Church, including the governments of Liberia. So when it started, the first protest was in March of this year, which the government intervened through the Ministry of Health, and that of the CSA directors were also there, Dr. Jokai. During that arrangement, they raised the same issues that they don't have confidence in working with the leaderships of the hospital to the conditions of the hospital not conducive for their health workers. So they raised the issue of even the mortuary of the hospital. Those who work there, even at a lab, they say it's not functional, and even those who are working at the area as a contractor or employees of the hospitals who wash hospital bare sheets with their bare hand at the machine. There's no machine to work with. So this concern was raised by the worker union. But after that, the interventions of that was the CSA director through Dr. Jokai suspended few of the members of the leaderships, especially headed by Moses D.N. Davis. He also suspended along with one Peter Yala and one Doris, who also were their high-ranking members of that. But since their suspension, the Ministry of Health through the minister was able to intervene, including lawmakers from the county, including District 5 representative, because Swakoko, PB Hospital is situated in Swakoko District, which is represented by Eugene Colley. That negotiations went on, and they said that they were making arrangement with the government to pay the salary of those who were suspended. But since then, the leaderships of the hospitals have also been raising the issue. In that, the board, including the three bishops of the Lutheran Church, the Episcopal Church, and that of the Methodist Church, they set up an independent committee headed by one Reverend Davis, including where Dr. Benedict Collins was also there. He is the SD of that committee. That committee moved in on the compounds of Phoebe, and they said to the aggrieved health worker that they was sent by the board, by the three bishops, because the both members of the committee was from the three churches. And that committee gave 21 days, according to them. We attended the ceremony when they came on the compound to ascertain what was happening, and the worker union was able to present all of their accounts, 14 counts that were presented to them. And the committee told the aggrieved health workers that they should get them 21 days to work in. And that 21 days, according to the health worker union, Moses D.M. Davis, he lasted. And in fact, when about 2 months were given to them, since then they have not been able to give the report, what happened, and including those that were demanded that they should be suspended or removed from the hospital, including the medical directors, Jeniton Piwu, including Peter Belao, who are still in the employ of the hospital. So all a weekend on Thursday, the National Health Worker Unions of Liberia Vice President for Operation, Reverend Sama A. Morris, visited the hospital through a communication that was sent to him by the senior aggrieved workers of PB Hospital. In that meeting, he gave the government of Liberia, including the 3 churches, the bishop and other leaderships of the churches regarding the crisis at hospital, the Phoebe hospital, that they were giving them 5 days ultimatum. Since the 5-day ultimatum, since last week, Wednesday, up to present, the 5-week ultimatum, the 5 days ultimatum that were given to the leadership, including the governments of Liberia, to intervene in terms of making arrangement or engaging the health workers to abandon their quest for the protest. It did not materialize. Just President Moyi visited the scene, but again, the health worker union on Saturday told the senator that they are still demanding that the 3 officials of the hospital should be removed from those who are also employed and being paid by the government. Everyone else should be transferred from the hospital, send the government, or the 3 churches are refusing to transfer the leaderships of the hospital. So based on that, the 5 days ultimatum, there were no negotiations, especially from the Ministry of Health, including the governments of Liberia. It did not materialize. So today, the health workers union of Phoebe Hospital decided to abandon their quest from attending all services at the hospital. So patients who are seeking hospital treatment at the hospital was abandoned today as we speak. Now we just saw the county health team officer for Bon County, Dr. Deanu Zokwe, who just came at the police station because 3 of the officials of the Phoebe Health Worker Union are currently in police cell in the county. As we speak, I am currently around the Bon County Police Headquarters in Banga, where few of the health workers from Phoebe Hospital, including human rights activists from the Foundation for International Dignity, Aaron VG Dwakwale, and also are making the arrangement that these officials who have been detained at the Liberian National Police Headquarters can be released. So this is what happening at the Phoebe Hospital, and as we speak, all of the health workers at the hospital has abandoned their quest that the government either transfer the 3 officials or transfer every one of them who are working at the hospital because they are being employed since the government is refusing to transfer the 3 officials of the hospital. The medical director, Dr. Mimi Songawa Race, the Janitor Piu, who is an IT human resource officer, and that of Peter Bella, who is the IT administrator of the hospital. So these officials have been in position, and they said that they cannot have the worker union of Phoebe said they don't have confidence in them in terms of working with them because they are not doing anything in order to improve the livelihood of the worker of Phoebe Hospital.
So Patrick, 2 things I'm capturing from your statement here or your report here is that, one, are they really protesting because of some conditions that have not been satisfied by the national government, or they are protesting on behalf of people whom they think that the government have decided to slash up from the Phoebe Hospital owing to previous protests that were staged?
They are demanding that the 3 officials of the hospital should be removed. 2, they are also asking the government regarding the salary disparities at the hospital.
Okay.
They are, as we speak, there are clear evidence that were shown by people because the government of Liberia, through the CSA, have been saying that there's no one person who is making less than $200 or $250 at the hospital.
Okay.
But as we speak, I have evidence within my position that health workers at the Phoebe Hospital from their own bank account that they are making $85. Some of them are making $90. So these are issues that they're talking about, and some of them have DSC that are working at the hospital making that amount. So based on that issue of salary disparity is one thing that they are raising. And the second one is the issues that the health worker union, let me say the Phoebe leadership should be transferred from the area that they had no confidence in them, saying they was being placed there. They had not made any impact in terms of improving the livelihood of them. 2, the conditions of the hospital don't have, as nurses who are assigned at the hospital or who are working at the hospital, they don't have the necessary tools to work with. The issue that there's no improvement at the level of the hospital, despite people who are seeking treatment there, there's no improvement. So the hospital condition is nowhere, even despite they have been receiving national budget allocations, including other benefits that are coming. But they, as health workers who are working at the hospital, there's no impact, there's no improvement at the hospital. If you enter the facility of the hospital, it's very deplorable. And all of the areas that they talk about, the issue of washing, just make sure that you are washing a bed sheet that has been used by the hospital by a by a living human being over there, bare hand, and there's no machine to operate with in terms of
Togba,
washing clothes. So these are things that they are raising.
So, Togba,
And as today, the Benin, they commence their struck action, and their struck action today. There are no workers. There was no way for them to go to work, and some of them was arrested in a community by the National Police, and they are being corrected as to speak. They are in prison or they are in cell.
Okay, Togba, one of the key things that we saw that came to the spotlight during the election period was Phoebe Hospital workers were being attacked, quote unquote, by Marvin Cole because they were involved into politicking. And remember, they were talking about harmonization of their salaries. What you are now saying is that Josiah Joker, the CSA boss, boasted that not even the lowest staff at the Phoebe Hospital or any health practitioner who's making less than 300. But you said, owing to what has hit their respective accounts in terms of what they earned on a Monday basis, someone in the neighborhood of 85 and so forth, are you telling me that that is the bare minimum salary that staffers at the Phoebe or maybe across the country they are getting at the moment as per what is being verified by you through their accounts, text messages hitting their respective phones?
That what exactly happening, AB. It was something that was shout by, that the governments have been saying, especially the CSA directors have been saying that, there's no one making less than that. But with what we are getting or what we verify from her workers from the Phoebe Hospital, they are making less than that money. Some of them are making $85. It's clear, $90 they are making, and they are expressed serious disenchantment in the leaderships of the hospital, including the governments of Liberia, regarding the way in which they have been treated. As we speak, like I said, the leadership, the high-ranking members of the organization, especially the Phoebe Union, the president Moses D.N. Davis is currently in cell along with other members who was arrested today by the Liberian National Police, despite they did not go on the compound of the Phoebe Hospital because they decided to abandon their quest. But they were chased in communities and arrested by the Liberian National Police, who was employed at the facility. That video you see was the time when we entered at the compound of the hospital, and we decided to tour up that particular facility. You see is a record. The record areas of Phoebe Hospital that you see in that opening area, including the compounds of the hospital that you cannot see vehicles parking, including police officer who was in the fence there, and nothing was happening today as a hospital as we speak. Now the medical directors of the Bond County Health Team Officer, Dr. Diano Zogbe, just came at the police station in terms of making arrangements for the release of the going to CIBA to make arrangement with the hospital there in terms of any emergency that they can be able to get. He said that he had also communicated with medical directors from NIMA, including the NIMA and that of Kakata regarding, and if there's any emergency, because Phoebe, as we speak, there's no one health workers is there. Okay. Even if there's a health worker there, there'll be some of the nursing students that will be alternative now.
But the CB Doma Hospital is right there. Can they accommodate for people who have emergency while going Nima and Kakaka and Magibi?
According to them, the facilities of Phoebe, the Phoebe facilities is larger than CB Doma. So in terms of any emergency, if the case is hindered, and because the Phoebe is not operating now as we speak, it's down. So in terms of that, maybe CB Doma could be able to hold these enrichments. So that's why they have decided to extend communication outside the county to other counties that in case of there's any emergency, they can be able to transfer them to these hospitals that we talk about so that they can better maintain them. Well, as we speak, patients who are seeking treatment at the hospital today, they was abandoned by the struck actions that have been hit by the hospital, and also with the detentions of the leaderships with the Phoebe Health Worker Union. Those who will be on shift or those who will be working, they are also abandoned that because their leaders are in prison.
So how long do we expect this protest to last? What's your anticipation?
According to the Worker Union President Moses D.N. Davis, the only person that I want to see on the compound of the Phoebe Hospital is the President of the Republic of Liberia, to the Vice President Jeremiah Kun. That's the only people that I want to see. But because according to them, they have made all efforts to do a communication. They are rating communication to the Ministry of Health, including all of the officials, including the bishops of the three churches that are all seeing the operations of Phoebe, but they are all fair in terms of what was said, the community that was said. So the only person that I want to listen to and explain to him not only explaining, but tour will be in the hospital and see what they are talking about, what they facilitate the hospital, the deplorable conditions of the hospital, including salary disparity, and display some of their text messages and whatsoever salary to show to him that what they are making and what the BSc candidate or whosoever or BSc holder is making at the level of the hospital, said only the president or the vice president that they will be able to listen to. That was the only reason that they will cut off their strike action if there is a concrete information from these two individuals, these two high-ranking members of the country, including the president and the vice president. If any of them come at the Phoebe compound and call for a meeting, they will be able to displace what is happening and why the Phoebe administration, especially the government of Liberia, and that of the churches, they are refused to transfer these three officials from the compound and still keep them in the implore of the hospital when the JRR workers are saying that they are no longer have confidence in them and do not trust them to lead the hospital. Why is it that they are still holding on them that they cannot be transferred?
Okay, thanks Topa for the update. Thank you so much. We wish that this kind of protest and thing will not be able to sort basic health activities down there. CB Doma Hospital, like you said, doesn't have the capacity to absorb the number of patients in that area. And we hope and pray that the guys, there will be something done as fast as possible because these people. But remember now, there are other patients who have been on bed. They have been admitted at the hospital. What's happening? Who's caring for those patients? It's concerning.
Now that we speak, that is the issue in the county. Despite some of the caretakers are now taking their patients from the hospital to admit this morning because of the strike action. And this strike action, like I said to you, the National Health Worker Unions of Liberia, they are also been in support of this because just a minute ago, I spoke with the Vice President for Operation, Reverend Sima A. Morris. He said that because I was communicating with him regarding the detentions of the officials, and he said that they were making arrangement with a legal team to make sure that these officials are released. And then said tomorrow, the 14 of the National Health Worker Unions of Liberia will be in Bone County in terms of what is happening and why the governments of Liberia, including the three churches, have failed to transfer or listen to what the Health Worker Unions have said. So as we speak early this morning, some of the caretakers decided to take their patients from the hospital, especially those who went there for minor treatment. They were able to transfer them to different clinics and hospitals within the county and outside of Bone County.
Thank you, Patrick. We hope to get more updates from you when we can. But of course, thanks so much for the splendid explanation here, my brother. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, great. He's Patrick Topa there in Bone County. They're giving us updates about unfoldings there at the PB Hospital. Those of you who are online, you are seeing the empty area. And of course, the feature right there. But again, that's life, and this is what it is. So we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here again. It's not easy, as you may see it, and it's not easy. We keep working for this country, and we hope that the government, like they said, they will only call off their protest if the president or the vice president were to visit there. So not even the pro tem, the speaker, no. They said the president or the vice president. So where is Martha Morris? Your constituents are not in good shape. Remember now, you led campaign protesting all over the place, thanking Prophet Key for insulting womanhood because you wanted power. Today, the people who were there with you, some of them are left behind. I don't know whether you carry most of them, but I believe strongly you may have helped some of them, but not all. But again, we believe that there are interventions that you're supposed to be making on their behalf to make sure that indeed they get what it is. Remember, the health workers decided to be unprofessional and they got deep into politicking. And I will just show you another one here, and I was just trying to show you, but I'll show you on tomorrow or something like that. You'll be able to get more about it. But thanks so much for joining us tonight, and let's go on. There are a lot of issues unfolding. The president of the Republic of Liberia departed the country yesterday, but remember now, he got to board private jet, and of course, he bought a private jet. Car Power, remember Car Power rings bell in the ears of citizens, especially when they came to power. It was the Car Power that they were depending on to have fast track some electricity problems, and to fast track in solving some electricity problems when the CDC just got to power. Remember, the international community has serious issue with Car Power, and there were a lot of joint communique that came from all the international partners that the CDC should desist from doing business with that entity, but rather they should be able to empower the AEC and settle all of the debts, or the AEC to build its capacity to be able to deliver on the power shortages and power problems and that we're faced with. Let me break it down. And at the time, but remember now, during that period, during the CDC's inception of the CDC's government, remember the former president, His Excellency, the 25th president of the Republic of Liberia, George Manneh Weah, was involved in doing business with Ibomaf. Now, we all know about Ibomaf. Ibomaf was coming in to build a coastal highway. That was the effort being exerted by the former president. During that period, while that was ongoing, President Weah decided to take some gestures from Ibomaf and our CEO, whom he described as a friend, and they were using private jets. So they were getting private jets because people were raising issue why President Weah using private jet. And President Weah said, like, he will never lie to people. He says a friend of mine who's a big businessman in Senegal who decided to offer me these private jets to cut down costs, because the costs associated with chartering, jet and going here and there, the risks and all associated with that. So he saw it as a need. At that time, the Ibomaf deal was still ongoing. Liberians caused noise. I remember Senator Abraham Darius Dillon raised an issue that is against the code of conduct. You can't be doing business and or taking gestures from people who have business interests that Liberia may really want to go into is against the code of conduct. Today, Joseph Boakai is using car power that have huge interest in the energy sector. I remember Augustine Gafuan posted on his page that he believed that the energy sector is one key area to invest. Now, they are using car power, private jet, to carry Joseph Boakai from one place to another. And I bring you this flashback when George Weah was using a private jet that was given to him by his friend at the time, in person of the head of Ibomaf, right? So the screen will be able to tell you exactly these were stories that were being written at the time. And this came from my friend and brother, Leonard Dodo. At that time, he was still with Front Page Africa. And this was the caption at the time. President, we are still using Ibomaf private jet for presidential trips. So you see, these were the captions. And these captions were being supported by members of the opposition community. I did name Abraham Darius Dillon just now. Remember, they said President George Manneh Weah is back flying the private jet given him by his wealthy Burkinabe friend after playing it low for several months, because for several months, George Weah was not using it. He did not use it again. Particularly, Front Page Africa raised concerns of conflict of interest and violations of the National Code of Conduct. It was Leonard Dodo who wrote this story at the time. But I'm not talking about Dodo. Dodo was right to write what he wrote. But I'm saying that the members of the opposition community, they raise issues about we are using business partners, people who may have future interests in Liberia, taking gestures from them and riding their private jets. It was conflict of interest and code of conduct violation as well. So they said the jet was first spotted at the Rabat International Airport just after President Weah was inaugurated into office in January of this year, thereby raising several concerns among the public as to whether the president had purchased a new jet or renting SIM after describing the country's economy as broken. So having been out of sight in Liberia since May, President Weah on Thursday, November 15, 2018, returned from Paris, France, where he had been attending the first edition of the World Peace Forum on the same private jet. So there were a series of concerns raised at the time. We are just simply trying to spot these things to tell you that it was during Weah time, these things were issues. Now, Car Power, an energy giant company, is also offering a private jet to Joseph Yuma Boakai to you. We have commercial private jets. Nobody have problem with you, Joseph Boakai. The country is for you. You like it, you want to run any kind of way. But you can be using these, especially when you people raise the issue of what? Because George Weah friend at the time was Mahamadou and Bukongo. All right. So those were issues that people were raising at the time, right? Yeah. But again, it's not an issue now today. We just try to raise these issues to tell you why you condemn them is the same thing you are doing now, even doing it a double, right? So we just thought to just share with you people these things. We just bringing you up to speed with what you condemn in time past are the very things you find yourself comfortable doing today. So if John Brown does it, then it's bad. But if Peter Paul does it, then what is it? So Boakai is on private jet. So, and we think for sure that these things are happening, and we just thought to bring them to the spotlight so that we all be able to understand them. So that's what I thought to bring this up. All right. Another thing that happened, especially today, over the weekend, and let's be blunt with that, over the weekend. You see, in this country, we are all Liberians, and we have to be very much careful how we proceed with life. And people will get to understand it by themselves. Oh, let me edit this thing here. Yeah, sorry. July 6th edition. My guys got it wrong. Let me just edit. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, July 6th. Yeah, my student is smart. Sorry. Let me just correct it. Then we get on to the drug issue. My student can be looking. Oh, well, you're not looking at my mouth. Now, all the boy you're looking. They got it too smart. And past course apple. So you can be looking on the, so you can be looking at my mouth. How the boy you can be looking. Anyway, thanks so much. Past course apple. All right, so we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are all here and following up on issues that happened. Over the weekend, remember, the pressure continues to mount. And in the wake of this drug situation, I feel so nasty, too bad about the Unity Party folks whom, when people discussing about issue of drugs, then they run back to the CDC. Then the question I want to ask them is, then why did you people take CDC from there when you people knew you were coming to do the same thing? It sounds so naive. The person appears so naive when you are now saying, oh, under the CDC government, why are you doing your own? Chief, leave that. Because CDC did not do what you think CDC ought to have done. That's why CDC is not in power. So why did you come? Why did you take over from CDC? Why did you take over from CDC? People are discussing about the drug issue now. You said CDC brought in drug. We agree. The people talk CDC on power because CDC brought in drug. Okay, let's assume without admitting. CDC did not do anything with 100 million. So you said you don't want to do anything to. I don't know why to move CDC from power. So I don't know when people, some of them can even call on the radio and they're talking as if something is wrong with their brains. How will you be arguing that when CDC is no longer in power and that was the very reason CDC left power? They took CDC from power. So you people are just hypocrites. So you were just condemning those things because it was CDC that was doing it, right? So when you are doing it, what's the issue? Why are you people like that? I just want to flush that out before we get to the real issue because it's a blatant lie. The CDC took practical steps, legal steps, and the CDC did what it could to have addressed the drug issue situation. Over the weekend, they had Paul King. They be dragging Paul King for here and there, talking to him, negotiating with him. Talking to him how to go on with this here and there after they have told the brother. And guess what? It is practically impossible that, oh God, yeah. This country, this country is interesting. I will tell you the interesting part of it. I don't know. What are people problem? Yeah. People may not understand. Corporations. Let's say, for instance, Kings FM is a business establishment. Corporations don't operate on their own, though you can take them to be institutions that stand on their own, but they don't operate on their own. Corporations are run by individuals. They get board of directors, they get CEOs or whatever it is. There are times that the corporation can be held liable as an institution. They can take a corporation as a natural human being by itself as an institution. Right? Yeah. But it's quite difficult. But the corporations are moved by individuals. So if you want to sue a corporation, you sue that corporation by and through its XYZ person, because it is that person that is moving the corporation. The corporation does not serve as a natural human being for it to take action by itself, but the corporation is being used by individuals to take specific actions, and it's based on the fact that that corporation is legit, that what gave that individual the authority to exert every effort. So the corporation may be a natural human, you may look at the corporation, but the corporation is always moved by individuals. So there's no way you can hold a corporation without holding the individuals who are the principals, runners of that corporation. Right? Yes. So if an individual, because sometimes it can be very thin, right? So you will see the corporation is operating. So let's take, for instance, Kings FM operating in the form and manner we're operating. So if they want to take Kings FM to court, they will tie me there. They will tie Kings FM as itself. Kings FM will be sued because Kings FM can appear to come speak for itself. That me will go speak. But at the time, I use Kings FM to do XYZ. So I cannot go to the court say, no, you can hold Kings FM, don't hold me. No. I was there at the time. But if I have left the role, I did something at the time I was there, but I've left the role I was playing at Kings FM and I left at that time, right? But I did something and that thing can be traced to my time at Kings FM, right? They can equally hold me, but I could raise some legal issues. To say the current person who is there now, because whatever role I was playing it on behalf of the corporation. I was not playing it in my capacity as a person. Whatever I did it for the corporation. So you can't hold me now. So since you want to hold a corporation, you got to hold a corporation on the basis of the current managing director that is there. So the current managing director that is there is the one who will have to answer and not me. I can raise that legal question. But once I am still there and they hold the corporation and the situation are happy under my watch, there's no way I can be excused from that. There's no way you can take me off and expect that the corporation will be held alone. You know why I'm raising these issues? Because the government of Liberia is telling us that they are holding GLS NAS. And they left out Peter King, one of the King brothers, Peter Jamal King, one of the big brothers, one of the King's brothers, who is the CEO of the GLS NAS. They left him out. But the whole Paul King, who is the operations manager. But they left out Jamel, Peter King. How is that possible? Can GLS NAS go speak for itself? No. You're supposed to hold the King brothers because they run the institution. You see, this country is an interesting country. And these people yet think that we are fools, and we are not. We are not fools. Because the Peter King men have threatened government that if you dare try it, we'll talk. All heads. Hell will break loose. It's not possible that now we are sending a general manager of Kings FM or Royal Communications. You will carry Royal Communication to court and you're not mention my name there. I will be there. But I thought I changed the date already. It's changed. It's changed. I know it's changed already. It's changed. Joseph Toba. Just check it out. It's changed. So there's no way. So they had King for all those period. Now, what I want for us to do first, let's just follow the pattern. I like the fact that they tie each other into this whole drug thing. Now, Jeremiah Kun is tied to it. We are seeing Joseph also. Certain group want to take their hand from inside and enter certain people into it, and what we are sensing here. And no one going to be confused. Whichever name they're trying to put there, yes, these are all actors. Jojo, Tantade, they also have personal relationships or they have close ties to the King brothers. Jeremiah Kun also has close ties to who? Jeremiah Kun also has close ties to the Tuni men they're talking about. You remember some kind of money they say one the money men were bringing to this country the last time? You remember you're hearing bad and inside the whole drug thing? The money that they capture at the Cape Man border as on selling border, that plenty of money that you can't hear about again. That money that Jeremiah Kun that money. How can that man went to go sell something and then he brought it and so money he was bringing back? Money is supposed to leave this country to go outside for goods, but the man was bringing money in. Plenty money in his hand. Plenty money was in his hand. He said Jeremiah Kun was linked to that money again. Because the man didn't steal the money and whatever. Who knows whether that young man was able to carry drug to go sell it and he got the money, he was bringing it back to the country and the money they discovered from him. Since they say, since Jeremiah Kun money was mentioned in that money that Fuller man was drinking. The same money the Fuller man was drinking, right? The same money. Plenty money. We heard that one Fuller man brought plenty money. One Diallo or whatever it is brought plenty money. The people went and captured that money. As a result, we went that money they lost. How can that man had plenty money he took it for outside he was bringing it? And we now know that Liberia can export drugs. Now, speak rationale, do the links. We now know Liberia can export drugs. So for you to export, you must be able to bring in money. Now, we saw it at a border point where a Fuller man or a Diallo have plenty of money or you bring it to the country. So how is it that not possible? That since Liberia is now qualified or getting license to sell drugs out there, in one way, that it was not the same drug that they carried across the border, the one they sold it, and the raw money was what that man was bringing to this country. You'll be very smart. When you're reading, you want to tie the dots, you want to connect the dots. You'll be very careful. You read between the lines. The money business again, they say Jeremiah Kun was involved in that money. Now we are seeing that the same Jeremiah Kun again, they tie him to Tony. Look, I want for you to open your eyes, right? You people can remember that they say one Fuller man brought plenty money. They say 1.2 million in cash. We're calling back, thank you so much. They said the man had 1.2 million in cash you were bringing to the country. And for me to bring money, I must have carried something out. What was that thing that man carried outside that he went to sell for which he was bringing 1.2 million in cash back in Liberia? And think about it now that Liberia is now a drug exporting country. So when you export drug, you are going to sell it. Now you must bring that money in. So let's settle that one for let be your mind. You'll be thinking about that one year. Then we're thinking about the Jeremiah Kun connection to this tuning thing and this cocaine thing. Because the cocaine was being exported. Lucini Vanny is even talking about 1.3 million cash. But that go at the boil water side, right? Definitely. How much other cash was discovered? And all right, so let's go. Man caught with millions in cash at boil water side. Let's get it in care. And let us get it clear. I just want for you to get it clear so that you all know. That money there just went in black. And right? Let's just get it clear. I want for you to get things clear yet. Okay, so this is it was March 26, 2026. They say a Guinean driver. So let's get the figures right. Right? They say a Guinean driver, whatever it is, he was bringing the money in Liberia. They say a Guinean driver arrested with 1.1 million cash and suspected and at water side scrutiny. Is this the one we're talking about here? Oh, are there plenty of money there? Oh, okay, the money there. The money there. Yeah, the money there. So you see the man was driving with the money. And the money there? Let me show it to you. Is this the money? Let's look at it. It just dropped down. Yeah. This is it, right? So let's see. And the man, they ain't seen it. And what they say the man had the drugs. And what about you seen it? You seen it, please? Are you people seeing it? I left for you to be looking. When I'll be showing something, you'll be looking at it too, so that we all can see it together. Right? Yeah. At least we are getting there. And I did. They say he has some small drug that they draw there. They can treat people. They catch them with the drug. And plenty of money here, so yeah, plenty of money here. So US. Jesus. What? Okay, that the man is yes. This is it. Yeah, now the money there. It was in March. And the money there down there, so it was in March. They caught the man with plenty of money like this coming back to Liberia with the money. That the money there, so Jeremiah Kun, they say he was linked to A again. So this means that the man then carry the money here somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. And I think we all, okay, I think you can see a good one. But the money there, so where the man took the money from to bring it to Liberia, what did he carry out that he went to go sell, for which he had a plenty of money on him, bravely coming with it? The scene where they were bravely taking cocaine to pass it through the airport to carry bravely, and nobody will be brave if you don't have governmental connection. Nobody will be brave like this. To just grab money like this, you just start walking through Bora. Or you just grab drugs, you just start passing it through the airport like that. Who will be brave when government officials or executives of higher ups are not connected? So Liberia is exporting drugs, and some of the drug money that the mayor bought and he brought back for maybe allegedly Kunde. Now they don't link Kun to there. Plenty of things will come up. My question is, people say, why they not grab Tuni here? Tuni not my concern. Why is it they grab GLN NAS and they don't grab GLN NAS boss, the CEO and owner of GLN NAS, and they only grab the brother, Paul King? Why? Why did they? This is the money we're talking about that came to this country in Majo. And Jeremiah Kun was allegedly linked to this money. So for money to go to get me traveling in a country like that, somebody must have sold something outside. And we now know that Liberia has the capacity to sell cocaine out of this country. And when you carry that drug out and it's sold, it will be brought back right here. So the money that was coming back to this country, that was as a result of them selling drug out there and then bringing the money to the country, how the people arrested the money. Who will be brave to just put money in car and start driving with it like this? If you don't have contacts, this is money laundering. Since they grabbed that money, baby, it went flat. Did you hear anything about the money again? They went to the police and say, you put the money back, you put the money back, you put the money back. You know who the money for? It was finished. We didn't care about what made him man to get the money. What business is he doing for him to get the kind of money on him traveling with him cash? Millions. That's one question. What happened to that money? The second question is, why when the government say they charge GINS and we don't hear about the CEO, we know that these kind of charges can be what by and through a CEO, because it is the CEO that operating GINS. I told you the only time you can hold, you cannot hold a CEO is when that CEO has departed and he was operating for GINS. And whatever he did it for GINS. You can hold GINS with the current CEO to account for what happened that GINS did. The corporation cannot speak for itself. It operates through people. Why is it they are not holding GINS CEO Peter King and they only hold Paul King? Because Paul King is the only one that we know that drug went to his place. But they have been using that GINS as a cocaine cartel transporting company. Because that company has been used to transport drugs, that's why you're holding GINS. So if you're holding GINS, why is it that you are not holding the CEO? Tell me the questions. Now they say they grab Paul King. They say they grab Paul King. Yesterday, after staying, they knew that they were going to play scheming thing. Yesterday, I was able to discover that they grabbed Paul King When they what they call it, they carrying through down the basement. Because I know there is prison down basement, but that prison that down basement, they will not put pork in there. Because they can put the common people. But remember now, there's the same police. When Fonati Kofa, District 15 representative Abu Banana Kamara, were all of them, Dixon Sibo, them when they were here for questioning and persons of interest in the Asson case. When the police got ready to upgrade from persons of interest to arresting them, what did they do? They arrested them, detained them. Detained them. The next day, they took them to court. Ever since Friday, they knew exactly what to have done, to have been done. Now, they didn't do it. They waited until it was Sunday evening. They said you will come, we'll wait for you to come late. You're not gonna stay on what they call we just got Sunday evening, you know, play for now here, you'll get ready, you get in your car, you go, then 5 o'clock in the morning, you will just come back, we'll take you, we'll just carry you to the court, then they will just say, oh, carry you to Memorial Central Prison, then we'll tell the people there to give you preferential treatment. I challenge you, anybody who calls for Memorial Central Prison, if they not tell you that they're giving them preferential treatment at Memorial Central Prison, don't call me AB. This is what they've been doing because they know. Why you think that not hold Peter King because Peter King will buy a brutal on them? They will not hold Peter King. You can't hold GINAS and you don't hold the CEO. That one a lie. That's my first time seeing that one. You can't say you wouldn't see Kings FM, then AB Nina there. That lie. It's not possible. It is not possible that you will hold Kings FM, then AB Nina there. It's a lie. AB will have to be held criminally liable. So you see what they're doing now? The DJ what they call just doing the thing so that what they call look at how they is all the people that what they call Gregory and left the country to go find places for the people that had to hire themselves, made the arrangement here and there. Gregory comes back. Gregory is the ring leader. Thank God Tiawan Gongo or my brother Oni Rawa show or the TBS was able to state that why is the police taking the lead in this thing? This is criminal prosecution. It starts with the what? The experts. Every criminal prosecution, it a drug-related issue, the drug enforcement agency takes lead. It a fire issue, the fire service takes lead. Because these are the people that are going to take the witness stand. Why are they not taking lead in these things, in these investigations? And it's Gregory Coma. Because like we told you, Gregory Coma is the man who can do the dirty works. He will be the investigator. He will be doing all of these things. So they grab Peter King, not Peter King, Paul King, and they say, my man, we'll just do the thing that they can late in the evening we are because look at the time people were telling, oh, as we speak now, Paul King is about to arrive at the police headquarters. Look at the time that they told him to go there. Did you hear him later because in the evening they waited so that they just grab him, let him to go home, brought him back soon in the morning. They say they carry him to court, and everybody got then they say, okay, we need preliminary examination before the Monrovia City Court. Yes, is it right? So the preliminary examination will go on in front of Magistrate Bago. You can see the way I handle the thing, we can know that something is wrong somewhere. Something featured is going on. You don't want to hit Porking them very high before they talk. Because the Marco Brown is not in control. The rest of the other people that you have, all of them, they are in absentia. And there's no signs that you are even exerting any effort to arrest them to bring them back home. Never. Because you deliberately decided to make sure that these people have absconded, they have left the country, they are now situated in places that you have said they should provide them comfort and protection, that no government will go for them, only Paul King. Now, if you grab Paul King for criminal facilitation, now how can you prosecute Paul King on that? You see what they have done? Because for Paul King to be held for criminal facilitation, there must be the lead actors to confirm that they gave what to Paul King. So yes, since Paul King, we can't find no people. How can you hold Paul King? You see what they have done to set Paul King free? You see what they have done to set Paul King free? And to you, when the state wants to misbehave, and they have special interest in a suspect, and they want to have that person released, there are terrible things that they will do. They will destroy evidence. They will do all kinds of things. So if you say Abraham is criminal facilitation, right? Abraham is here for criminal facilitation. Who did I facilitate? We can't find them. So how do you link me to the people? We can't find them. You see what they are doing to free that brother? Yeah, to you. You see what they are doing to free that brother? All the man say is, somebody give it to me. We can't find a person. You see what they have done? And one of the things, we are crazy. We are not. So they had a brother, they were carrying him today. Through their scheme that they own, that they are scheming people. See that? I think why would Peter King, his brother, who is the head of GIS NAS? Why are they not holding him? Because the corporation will never speak for itself. So how do you grab GIS NAS to carry them to court for them to go sit down on bench or for them to handcuff them? I wanted to think we are crazy. We are not. We are not crazy. We are not stupid. We are sound enough. Gregory Coleman was releasing one of the boys. Could you imagine? You listen to Gregory Coleman's statement? When he said the labor even uses a key and all to open it. So somebody who not have access to the cartel group, how you manage to get key? How you manage to gain key? For you to get key to something, you must have access to it. You must have known that thing there, you know the content of it, XYZ. You can see that the government is going up. The government is going up. It's too terrible that the government will be behaving like this. Whether Jeremiah Kun connected or whatever, Joseph Walker, his children, all of them, they are connected. That Joseph Walker children and their friend and they are so the king's brothers. You see that? The guys know about this thing. They are forced to come up. Anytime you see them putting Gregory Coleman in front of something, it's for him to chakla the whole thing, to cover up. And that's exactly what they are doing, taking us as fools. Just wash out. Let the guys ready to talk. Because like, let's take for instance, somebody and myself at the King's FM were involved into something and was stealing fuel. Then President Weah was able to discover that we were stealing fuel oil. Then I run in from the investigation. Then I tell the person who stole the fuel, say, don't hell here. And I don't want coming to do the whole investigation. And I don't want coming to join from the whole thing. Don't worry. We just call you. You answer a small question here and there. I will join in from the whole thing. Don't worry. That the rule that Gregory Coleman playing so. You see, I'm involved. And I didn't see investigator. You're going to see me. I don't want to take over that whole investigation. Let me just go by in the bureau. I will take that whole team from the LDA. You see, I don't want to be questioning you. I don't want to be having the press conferences. You will not see anything that you. So like that, Peter King feels safe. All the suspects who ran away, they are safe. They are not worried because nothing will come from out of it, because apparently somebody who did this bidding with them is the one that investigating. So nothing will come from inside. Because when I see the person whom he myself did something is the one that investigating, I have confidence that nothing will happen to me. Yeah, I have explicit confidence that nothing will happen to me. Even if I was going to be jittering to show some signs of guilt or whatever, I was not scared. In fact, it was Gregory that told him, say, but man, come back to the country and nothing will happen to you. When the man came, when Paul King came back to this country, ask anybody at the airport whether Paul King passed through the regular VIP or terminal. No. Paul King was used. Paul King came to this country here. They gave him the VIP terminal. That the VIP terminal Paul King used. They gave him VIP security to escort him from the airport straight to his house. Paul King, that is voluntarily turned over himself. And you heard Joseph Boga's statement? You heard Joseph Boga's statement at the cabinet? Joseph Boga say, the only thing that confusing me is they say the man had a robe. So why would the man be robed? Then he voluntarily turned over himself. You didn't listen to Joseph Boga at the cabinet? Amen. You see, when people say these things, you're trying to follow them, right? Joseph Boga said that during the cabinet, that those two will be on trial. But the only thing that making me confused is, I don't know why they will say the man did something, then the man voluntarily will bring himself. Hey, Joseph Boga, you and your Gregory Coleman, you can't scheme anybody. It's a lie. We know your whole game plan. You listen to Joseph Boga, right? Oh, you didn't get that part? If I am lying, you'll say you lie. Joseph Boga never said that. Joseph Boga didn't say it. Some of you can't really be attentive when the people are speaking. Eh? Joseph Boga said at the cabinet, he said he's even confused. Because why will somebody steal then the person voluntarily turn themselves in? Turns himself in. So he's confused right there. God's help. Yeah, Dorothy, they say you mistaking you for something else. Sorry. I think the two already she's understood it. Don't worry. You see that? Joseph Boga and his group, they are involved in this drug situation. Anything you see Boga is not interested in, Boga will take action the Boga way. Anything you see Boga is not interested in or Boga is not involved in, there is a Boga way that Boga will take action. But once Boga is involved and Boga is having an idea and he wants to protect somebody, there is a way Boga will behave. There is a way Boga security actors will behave. We now know the truth. We now know this thing, they are under pressure. All the international partners wanted to know is to get the evidence and know exactly what's unfolding. The people know. The people are just doing bad to say, yeah, the authorities do their work. Yeah. This is terrible. We are not crazy. All of them, they're in the cartel. But you see, the thing that happening now, there is a confusion. When you heard the Nigerian man say that there will be a fight between Joseph Boga and that of Jeremiah Kun, or tense fight, strong one, that the drug issue will bring up that fight. Mark my word. Joseph Boga will want to move his entire family from there and they will tie around Joseph Boga. They will tie around Jeremiah Kun and watch out. They think Jeremiah Kun likely may be involved because of the pictures and he's lying, he's doing here and there. But this is where the fight will begin. Watch out. They drug team. That the play the fight will start. And we hear? Y'all watch it. They drug team that they play the fight will start. If the fight doesn't start with a drug team, don't come here, baby. Just watch out. And we hear? Don't worry. Certain people will want to free certain people, and somebody got to be held liable for it. It will start from there. Don't worry. Or hint to the wise is quite sufficient. Let's get to the lines and interact with our callers right here tonight. Callers, we are right here on this very diet, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are certainly getting there. Let's get on to the lines and interact with you, our callers. The first caller. Hello, how you doing?
Good morning. Good afternoon, Brother Amy.
Yeah, how you doing, Chief? Go ahead. Let's listen to you.
My name is Nathaniel Jordan. Me will always call on the phone say soldier. I'm a soldier, man. I pray God every day I say rest Joseph Boga poaching on him. All of them are poaching on him. God was supposed to nothing will be heavy. Only way they drop it, God not naked and then I call a liar. The man can call the radio station say, me I'm a soldier. I'm for the choice out of it and I for nothing. That's what here. The broken street. Try it. Well, show it. What a man inside God with naked there. Jealousy. One thing I want to say, they concern our parents. What they can be talking about? I won't be in front of you. Don't they think when you say that CDC no, When say come to Liberia, in front of it.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's get to the next caller. How are you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, please go ahead. Your name?
Yeah, thank you. This is Sam Weir. I'm phoning from a Logan resident. Eddie, God between the people. But something ran to my mind, Eddie. The EU ambassador at the time, that lady that the Unity Party wrote against, they didn't say anything. He said everything was being done by the vice president, and to be that the president is not in charge at the end of the day. The Unity Party wrote against this woman. Eddie, he said, the thing these people may have seen, or they let me have seen. He's a dreadful elite. He wants to deny the issue. How will he deny it? You and this guy so picked up twice. Somebody who you don't know, they never walk to your home, but God beat it them. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Hello? 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 Let me get on to this person. Hello? Yeah, hello. How you doing?
Thank you very much. This is the Common Board Chairman. I'm COP Willie. I represent for St. Liberia for Justice. It's a line. It's about time Liberian proof they are Liberian. It's about time Liberian seize the stage and take a foreign leadership. Because they've just been Joseph Boakai elect cannot play leadership role in it because why? They are paying feet and everything are caught in the cookie jar. Those guys were caught things down. No way for them. No way for them. They cannot investigate. They can't investigate themselves. Joseph Boakai is the head of this cartel. I said it over and again. They will never be disproven. If they can disprove me, let them go and bring me the real footage of that camera that is installed at the airport. We will know who the real duo are. Those guys should start bringing facilitators. Let them bring the real criminals. And more real criminal will be Jeremiah Kuhn and Joseph Boakai. They are the real people. They don't start fooling people. If you cannot take the street, the law maker you have been making 4 out of us. Everybody you have been making 4 out of us. We gotta take piece of this matter, take the street, and demand that these guys be accountable or they leave. That is just what we should do as a Liberian. Thank you, people.
All right. Let's get on to the next caller. Hello, right here on this very dial. Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah.
Anywhere, how are you?
Yeah, fine.
Look, Eddie, this is the Riker Gibraltar. I'm Johnny, and I call you Johnny Hackman. I call you from West Africa Road. Look, Eddie, they country 2-5-7. Eddie, it's so bad. The brother I call Gregory Coleman. I mean, is he the prime minister? They see me again. They ask some kids. Then they get John there and get do a whole lot of stuff that is not legal. He says that so we go to court. Police begin to handle like these kind of cases there. Cases that you sort of see lawyers handling, policemen handling it. So I just can't get it. How this government running? It's so pitiful. They should try to slow down. You see, you can do all of the dirty work for the government. It's so pathetic, man, Eddie. I just can't get it. That who's the brother gets running all over the place, man. Thank you so much, Eddie.
All right. Hello, how you doing? Hello?
Yeah, good evening to you, Council.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been a while. Let me say thanks for accepting my call. Yes, this is
calls noise here. Let's say accepting my call. Just say I present, but don't be when you be using words, be very careful. Hi.
I want to thank anyway, thank you always. I followed in the show this time around for my reading room. So religiously following the show, and let me appreciate you and appreciate the comments from the different callers. Look, Council, this is Sinclair. It is only a good thing to have a leader who is willing to listen. And not just listening, but to take actions whenever he's listening to comments or critique. Look, the meeting the president had, the cabinet meeting, that he said in that meeting, nobody will be shielded. If even it is his son or daughter or nephew, whoever that is involved.
Mm-hmm. You see? Hello? 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 Osin, are you still there? Sorry, my brother. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Osin, you can call back if you came, my brother. Sorry. Hello? Why this mine? Okay, let me just get onto it here. Hello? Yeah. Hello, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Brother B. That's Lucien.
Yeah.
Easy, Brother B. Thank you. Thank you much. And I want to say thank you to Liberian people. But Brother B, on a serious note, like everything you say, that when you look at every turn on that money aspect you talk about, from the visitation of IG, Bully IG in Sierra Leone, from the free car they gave to the IG, the free car they gave to Joseph Maboka. These are the transactions. These are the trends. And you guys know all these things. That's why when the drugs business happening in Gabriel Kuma left the country. He came outside the country to reposition their people.
Yeah.
To come back to Liberia and overtake the whole thing, to silence the whole thing. Because the Liberian people now waking up. Bro, Ebi, that is what really getting to me, bro. Ebi, the Liberian people, we cannot continue to just sit down and say, oh no, the thing will just happen overnight. We have to take action.
Yeah, but July 17 is around the corner. July 17 is around the corner. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
The actual time is almost here. Yeah. Mobile Bolo and team, they are working on it. Whatever Chicana rate you guys are on, they will not succeed this time. Hello. Yeah, hello, how you doing?
Thank you very much. Maybe I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I go from Town Coast Ponyo, White Town Community, a member of Concern Librarian for Justice. Maybe I want to bring your attention to this. Mr. Maybe are we asking ourselves as Liberians, why is it that Gregor Como have to personally introduce Fantaro Biago to President Bwakai to appoint him as acting director of LGA almost a year? Are we asking this question? Are we asking ourselves the reason for which this man was being introduced to President Bwakai to occupy that place? Don't you think it was done with an intention? Because look at how the police director is operating. Whenever it comes to fire service, he acts as the fire service boss. When it comes to drug issue, he quickly puts Biago under the carpet and he becomes the boss. Is it not worrisome to us Liberians? Is it not speaking that this man is using this man to carry on some missions that he will always come and cover us? In my mind, this is scary, and we Liberians need to look at that direction. And the next issue has to be with the Vice President. Hey, Mr. Vice President, you are caught in the clear photograph in your office with a man, and then you come out and say you don't know the man. Hey, Vice President, why are you allowing your desperate quest to overwhelm you when you are caught in the web of this kind of thing? In my mind, the government is aware about this $19 million, and the government will do the honorable thing. President Bwakai, you know about this job, and your children are in the know of this job. Stop playing with us and do what is right. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, my brother. Let me get on to this one, and then we get on brief one. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Ebi.
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
Ebi, this is Musa G. Brown, and I phone in from New Jersey. Well, Ebi, look, let me tell you something. When you were to Freedom FM, I told you that the reason why President Bwakai appointed Gregory Coleman, it was because President Bwakai, Gregory Coleman, they were the one that was doing the dirty work for the Unity Party to come to power. I have said that repeatedly. Gregory Coleman is a drugs dealer. Gregory Coleman is selling gas agent that are selling drugs on the street in Liberia. And I said, they say, I'm telling you, Eddie, there will come a time we point some people out.
But how do you know their name? How do you know they're selling their drug?
Eddie, I'm telling you, there are people who are selling drugs for Gregory Como in Liberia. Jeremiah Kun is aware. Maybe do you know how the drugs enter Liberia? That through the yellow machines. They taste the yellow machine. Yeah, look, just look at all of the tools boxes. The same two boxes that they brought, the boxes that they brought with the yellow machine. Look at the tools boxes of the yellow machine. Look at the tools boxes where the drugs in. The same thing. The drugs came. That's the reason why you saw Gregory Como left and went out there to position and make them. And Jeremiah Kun is aware. For me, when it comes to Jeremiah Kun selling drugs, Jeremiah Kun can get human beings to survive. They like drugs. They like drugs. Look, like Losoli just said, it is about time that Liberians stand up. Okay. Even though waiting for drugs.
But the time is here. The time is now. Let me get on to the next caller. Leo, let's hear from you quickly. Hello. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hey, look, Eddie, thank you for it. Like we've said in the past, I remember the days when His Excellency Dr. George Manuel Weah was in office. Every kush I won to Liberia was George Weah. Every drugs I won to Liberia was George Weah. Now that they are in office, you have the magnitude of drugs, the influx of drugs that's going in the country, tied to the vice president and the president. And yet the arrest has been made. They are still trying to silence those guys because you know when the guys are talking, everybody has to be in the cookie jar. But we got what's coming for them. Of course, I've always played a role of trying to facilitate the freedom of these criminals. Gregory Como, VP Kun, all of these guys are aiding these guys that are carrying all this drug cartel in our country. So I'm not surprised of what's going on. I'm not going to be surprised to hear that tomorrow these guys will be in the street free walking. It's not going to happen. But thank you for the show, Avi.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. Let me get on to the next one right here. How are you doing?
Yeah, Monsieur Adam, how are you?
Please go ahead, quickly.
Yeah, I'm Abraham Ganesha from Rayana here. Okay. So when you go in the book of Exodus chapter 13 verse 17, they also let the children of Israel go and Pharaoh let the children of Israel go. So you need to power to go send the power to go Pharaoh in our life. The king of power is God in this country. So you have 4 years and Corona Fire took about the teacher about the best in the country. No one complain a moment. But then now who in power who say over the country they say me so they came to a war, the men are and I got to do the job. Now the king of mess the whole country up. We know the war happening in this country. So they choose up and my and say prove people away. So we are the one that talk to the ECWA, the international community, it's no job, we knew all that story. For me, I want our 9 to revenue. For my father told me everything I want on. I Georgia what they want. I brought me in this country with whatever, but it's going to suffer. So the people who love this country, the people continue to hate in the back on one side. They don't want to always feel it because we know that one day Georgia will come back to power and he will become a king. Yeah, he will become king for this country because no one will trust, only God will trust. He will trust.
Thank you so much, who you are that. Let me get on to the next caller quickly. Hello?
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, hello, let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your show, Eddie. This is how they use from you. For the legacy of former President Wako Omega Market and a proud member of concern like doing for justice. Maybe for me, today I want to ask you a question. The whole talking men that you're talking about, that he has been arrested and sent to stop the same way whole thing started, where are talking been?
Why I'm walking when I in the country when the issue happened, they said they call him to come down, and he came down, and they have already arrested him and saying to court. They are calling him to court. I think it's pretty express now.
When he came down, how many days now before the arresting process to be?
I just yesterday.
Maybe you see, the people, they feel that the too smart. No, Liberia has over 5 million human beings. Few people cannot think that they're too smart more than the rest of the people. Even there are people who are not in government, but in their own common understanding, they can do their own investigation and know that people are connected to that thing. You see, there is no way that these people, even that what I always say, I say, all the information that comes from police director, justice ministry, Why is silent always? You see? That is statutory entity. People paying it, they're quiet. There are people that are responsible for that duty, they're taking the lead. That's why I don't consider that information value always. I say, okay, I can hear from the DA boss. We want to hear from the DA boss because that is statutory entity that responds to fight drugs in this country. So it's very dormant, very quiet, sitting down there, go super city, everything. I don't know because of what. They say that compare that method to face only in this country. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your contribution. Hello, how you doing? Next one.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Avi. Anyway, I'm calling from Bambasa. I'm James here.
Okay.
You know, every all this now going on. People that they keen to bring drugs in the country to spoil people children. They are just cartel. People have nothing else. They didn't get no contact anywhere. Decide to go even and they taking go and carry it to Turkey. And they go there, they get out on a call, they can't say that. They couldn't get nobody and no sponsor people that would look at the people and trust them. So the only thing they can do now is drug business. So that drug business, you see, God will expose them by fire and by tunnel. You see, God will expose them everywhere to a hearing. God will show the place. But God said nothing will happen for him. Anybody, whatsoever will do, you know it. So thank you.
Okay, so let's get on to the next caller. Hello, how you doing? Go ahead, Chief.
This is Ed Moka. I'm proud member of Concerned Liberian for Justice and pushing for the return of former President Weah. You know, I am also interested in our hospital store because these are the people that they were celebrating and protesting, saying that you haven't lied my salary, you haven't lied your vote. But I am surprised tonight to hear from the reporter out there that people are still making below $80 and $85. And then the guys will sit here in Monrovia and lies about everything about salary. So if yesterday Martha Morris, who is now administrator at the health ministry, she led that protest and she is the only person to benefit from that. And she is sitting right here, or police are down there, they're making below $80, $85 US. You know, God is doing everything so that people will know that they were very, very ungrateful to our government. And this is why they are paying. But what is even more surprising, the people were not disturbing, they were not bossing anything, but police went into the community to arrest. Why did they arrest them? They were not doing anything. They were in their community. They were sitting, waiting for government to do something. The police go after they arrest them, put them in jail. Wow, this is a rebel government that we are running here. So when it comes to this trust issue, look, we said it and you have come and back up off. This is why when we are speaking, we speak with information. We were asking the question saying Gregor Coma press conference. You're telling us a facilitator. Before you bring facilitator, there must be the perpetrator of the act. Where are they? Where are the financiers according to the police RG? Where are the guys that brought the drug into the country? You also failed to tell us where the drug came from, but they are telling us where the cocaine was held, but they cannot tell us where it came from. They cannot tell us who brought it. All of them are alive, but they are going after facilitator. You are right. They are doing that. So that at the end they will say, why we are saying in pursuit of the other guy, we cannot get them, we cannot keep the facilitator in jail. But let the kings know, whether the first king, second king, this is the drug issue that hang around your neck, whether you mortgage your family, you mortgage your character, we will help you to rub it in the mud, because we will get the perpetrator of the guys that brought the 19.2 billion drugs into this country. We want to know. Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Single calling from New Jersey.
Okay, let's hear from you now.
Yeah, Eddie, I'm not feeling well, but just want to say something about it. This government if somebody can say I dance with devil, the thing they put between the talent, everybody in this country. And what they're fighting for is for the election time. The thing that they did during 2023, keeping the talent, everybody. These people are happy, even whether they does business. Some of them life at home, they are doing so many things. Yes, today, the police is still standing yet. We didn't know they hate them. So they are dancing with the devil. And everybody knows that the devil that.
Okay, so thank you so much. We can hold you that. Let me get on to the next caller. Time is of essence, please. Hello, how are you doing? We got a lot of calls to pick. Hello?
Good evening, Messiah.
Please go ahead. Let's listen to you, CDC Pape, quickly.
Okay. Concern Abraham for just CDC Pape. The people, only I can tell everybody that these people are kleptomania. They are kleptomania. So one day, they are all telling you that they are there. Everybody is just looking at them, up, laughing at them.
So much for joining as well. El, what are you doing?
Yeah. Good evening, bro. Abi, how you coming on?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Abi, this is Tony Caddy. 1 million we are saying follower of Abraham Gosling Will. But yeah, but Abi, thank you for your topic under discussion. But Abi, to the topic. But Abi, this government allowed to the Liberian people. Let him come out and tell the Liberian people story. Because he said that George Weah was bringing justice in this country. But today, God have vindicated George Weah. Because the people came on propaganda. And the president said he was going to dance with the devil. So all the drug cartel people, they were operating within that they were brought in power. So he will not force to kill them because for the reason the people were supporting him. So how will he force to kill the people? Like a journey for we the Liberian people to stand up for the calamities to go for over our life. In fact, we don't want no investigation from the government.
All right, thank you, Gadi. We can hold you at that. Thank you for your contribution. Hello.
Hello, AB.
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
My name is AB. I come from the Salon. The men are asking for human blessing.
Okay.
AB, I always tell you, it is great that that is someone 1 year, the new one coming. Expect to have people melody that when stand the fool for you. But to have people, Almighty God are up here. God will be behind you. If only God blessing you. If all the people share in total time, they will pay for it. They will pay, the people will run away for a year. The government can't come and they will run away for a year. They will not play with law. To run the play with authority. They made the Pope at the order.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, how are you doing?
If you God be with you.
All right.
Thank you. You God carry your family.
Amen.
Too.
Thank you so much.
Back in the day, I always pray for you.
All right, thank you.
When you live in that place there and I be worried.
I know. But
no can tell me need to worry with me. I think that I may come with pleasure. I for you. So my niece say my what me and so.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. Hello. Yeah.
I say thank you so much for this program. I'm very happy for this program. For me, I'm Pastor Dikemeni Akwa from Firestone Habel. I just call on all of the religious community across the 15 countries that will urge national protest in this country just for the drug business. Because we are Christian, then we're sitting down here, people importing drugs in the country, they're opening factory in the place. How do other nations look at us? This is very bad.
Okay.
I'm surprised of Revita be a man of God carry man as a chairman of political party. It seems to be a heat is one of drug cartel. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks. Hello, let me get on to this one, the WhatsApp line, and we'll be narrowing down now. Hello.
I know. Amy, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, man.
Good afternoon from my end. I'm calling from Minnesota, Rebecca. One quick question here. My son, Dave Paul Kinga, who is the person that plays that call to him, that tell him to go down to Liberia? That's the question. So what they know, what they first know, that we place that call to his account of Liberia. Nobody's to
Then they told you all of men in China say when you come in Liberia will kill you.
You see the kind of thing that's going on. So God, thank you. It's a clear indication. Like this morning I was saying on Freedom FM, this George we are me who made Paul naked today to move from in the bush because when you were killing our people, openly pregnant women, summer, eating young babies. Joey has left a career and he jumped in here to this. Even our teenagers that used to come to me and they say, oh, I respect you, take on your trousers, Papa, take on your this and that. He came down to this army and migrated in the society that they do where we come in power to bring drugs in our country. They see young people business. He didn't reach to where he wanted to go. And today his son is playing in the World Cup. That job will bring drugs in the country. The youth is I'm saying these people that are war in the country. Because today, for us to be vulnerable, no power. That they are the ones stay behind us. But I don't blame them. I blame the indigenous people that look at the daylight and went back to darkness. But God is still in control. Thank you for having me.
Thank
but
you.
the poor women who brought into that country, who blessed our phone call to me, if you don't know something, they grab our children for the burning of capital building where they don't know what happened. Electrical problem. They got our children in jail today. The boys are still in our prison, and they're playing around. But we are here. We pray.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome, Harry. Hello, how are you doing? Let me get on to this line. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Please, let's hear from you, quick.
Yeah. People they get they want to get into damage of people. They want to fight to
That West Point, you calling from Avenue?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where?
So they fight to kill the from the junction. Nothing can from where you nothing can from where you go. The other one they catch a full of men with heavy money with heavy small draw. They forget about it, talk for it, concern about it, bullet area, talk finish. Now they want we're talking come no understanding only. They just talking, they want kind of say no, they want people need. Then they want to move in it. They pay a wicked man. They pay in our myself we think how we live in the country. The country is the better right now. They are saying they went to the people now from the Pope. So they saying they went 2060. Oh, then 1,000, 100, 1,200.
Sure.
Thank
you. I know, Ma'am. I know. All right, thank you so much. All right, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight right here on this very diet. We always have to be on the dot. So, folks, until we are back here, God willing, tomorrow, we'll be right here with you. I will tell you in a white man's land, in a normal security sector, in a sound country where people run things. We'll give you a classical example of how the police RG is supposed to be limited in these kind of things. Tomorrow, we're going to be getting all of that. We're going to get follow updates on it. Remember, for the drug issue to go for almost a month, it means that it's not something you can take lightly. We want to get to the bottom of this, and certainly we'll get there. So I want to say thanks to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, God willing. My name is Cyprian Gosson. We want to have a pleasant night. Bye bye.
Warinda uyenda kaputika